dokie. How's it going on, the gang? I hope everyone's doing well tonight. It's been a little while since the last live stream. I think it's been exactly like a couple of weeks, but we're finally back. And tonight, 2 days late kinda. I honestly was hoping I'd be able to live stream starting Friday for this event, but it's been like a really rough like couple of months. Honestly, not gonna get into detail, but I have been working my ass off in the background in the meantime, since things have been a little bit too stressful for me to stream. Good to see Toru, and oh, trust me, I'm doing much better now with all the improvements I made, all the things that I'm able to do now. I finally have like a sense of peace and completion here. There's nothing left for me to possibly even do. Like, I think maybe in the future, if it comes out, if it's possible, there's like one more thing I can mod onto my Wii. One more thing, but there's a bunch of stuff that I added there to add to the last couple of possible things that I never had a chance to do before. But after all the work I did like last month, I want to be able to come here into Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team for PMD weekend. So we're going to be doing some shiny hunting in the OG Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team game. And I am very excited for this because, it was so disappointing, playing the remake on the Switch. I don't know if y'all remember, I did play that like a couple of times, but then I stopped after like a single stream both times. Like, I was not into it at all because like the main appeal to me was like being able to like get the shiny Pokemon, and there was no sign of those until like the post game. I know there's only like a dozen or so, maybe not even. But with this, everything can be shiny. So, what I need to do is probably just, I don't even really have to turn the audio down on the actual OBS. I could just do it on my 3DS here, which is kind of nice. I want to find like a good balance. I think that's like probably good, right? Maybe just like right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna say that's good. So we have the Shiny Dex thing actually all set up here with all the different Pokemon that you can get as starters. So I'm gonna unfortunately have to do this all manually because otherwise it just wasn't working with the auto counter. I guess the way it works is that with the games that I usually play in the mainline Pokemon games, it has like a non-transparent background for the text that comes up. It's not like that with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon here. So, I'm not... wait, never mind. For a second, I forgot you weren't the Ash Ninja anymore, Toru. I thought it was the Wild Wolf Shien in the chat, but it's just you. Oh my lord. Honestly, I don't know why. It's been like so long since you were like the Ash Ninja. That tripped me out for a second because it's been a while, but yeah, I think we're just gonna get into this because there's a couple of things that are interesting about this. We turn off the music. They actually added in a unique little question here. I can pick my player or do the personality quiz. So what we're gonna do is just do the personality quiz. We're not gonna do this because what this allows you to do is to literally choose any of the Pokemon in the game, any of them. But yes, I do feel lonesome when I'm all alone. Occasion outings, I want to usually go with others. Yes, very awkwardly too. So the anxious habit. Win a lottery. What do you do with the money? God, spend it now. I'm not that good with my money saving, honestly. I honestly would if I had like money coming in all the time, but if it was like in one big go, yeah. One time I won $500 US off Twitter. That was gone very quickly. Honestly, no. Yes. Noisily enjoy myself with others? No, not noisily. Alien Invasion, what will you do? Honestly, probably ignore it, to be honest. I'll just keep chilling in here streaming. You know, if they want to come in and join, hey, all the better. I'll get some alien viewers. And then I'm like, the lonely type. Okay, so it gave me the lonely type. Yikes. This is the part of the PMD games that's like so awful. It just knows you too well. It calls you out so bad. Yeah, okay. Well, lonely person like me is Cubone. I wasn't expecting to get Cubone there. That's kind of a funny one. Usually it's like Pikachu. Usually it's I guess not really Eevee, but usually Trico or Pikachu. Pikachu was the last one that I got last time. But I figure we might as well just see what we get for the first couple of encounters here. And then we have to actually look into something here. I think I want to honestly just go with Trico as my backup for this encounter. Because if one of them's shiny, I mean, I'm gonna have to just go with it. I want at least one of the Pokemon I really want here. But yeah, honestly, for whatever reason, with this being on like actual real hardware, my 3DS capture card here, for whatever reason, the software setting that they added to this game doesn't really work properly. Okay, we didn't get any shinies here, so I got a couple of encounters there. But neither of them are shiny. If we want a soft reset, you'll see what's gonna happen here. A, B, start select. Because we were in a cutscene, nothing. It's completely broken. So what I have to do, hit the power button because I can't hit the home button on this 3DS because it's broken. And then I just open it back up. And we'll be right back to go back into the game. So it's a little bit of a longer little method here, but because of the fact that we don't have to do the personality quiz every single time, we're going to be able to just like jump straight back into this. So we're going to have some music coming, just going to go on in the background here while we continue to do our soft resets. I'll turn the music down on the 3DS a little bit here, but honestly, you can tell that it's working like no matter what, even though I had to just do a full hard reset because it's a different starter that shows up every single time. It really does take a lot longer when you consider the fact that I'm not only gonna have to reset, the game with the power button because my home button doesn't work, but then also restart the game from the 3DS, like home menu or whatever you call it, and then go through this whole cutscene unskippable. I wish they could have done something about that. Ironically, get Cubone right there, but we're gonna go right here into the first little option, pick my player, and we could go random, which is funny. There's a couple of interesting things here: Decoy and Munchlax. They added Munchlax as a secret rare Pokemon in every single dungeon, so there is a little bit of extra stuff to this shiny patch besides just having shiny Pokemon. It's a little cool. But also Decoy, that's a substitute, I'm pretty sure. I think what I want to do is kind of just stick to being like the starters or whatever that you would actually get. So I'm gonna go for Trico for me, and then for my partner, because I chose that, it's also gonna let me choose any Pokemon. But we're gonna go for Pikachu, and I'm not gonna give it like a name honestly because I feel like that's gonna be a little wild. Toru, thank you for the, what does that say, 5 months? 5 months of Prime on the 2-month streak. Thank you so much. Oh man, this is gonna be a good stream, man. Every time there's an event, like whether it's Rumble Weekend or doing a Minecraft sponsorship or PMD shiny hunting or PMD Weekend. Honestly, every stream like this is honestly really awesome. I'm glad to see how the game would come out. I really appreciate you coming in with the 5 months of Prime, Toru. Awesome, man. It even has the little message there of the emote with the little activity feed. I love seeing that. It's a lot better to see my emotes or something else, like a little message besides just the name of whatever happened, and then the username, and then how long ago it was. Now I'm gonna see that for like the next little while every time I stream, and it's gonna be like awesome. Little happy face to greet me. But I want to see if I can actually soft reset once I get out of this cutscene. Because if I can, yeah. So the part. Okay, wait. That was another test. So if we're naming ourselves, it's not gonna work. Okay, so we just full on have to get to a dungeon to soft reset, which I guess makes sense because I was able to do it in the middle of actually playing, I noticed. But I never really thought that it would have an effect though, like while I was in the cutscene, until I saw someone complain on Blue Sky or Twitter, wherever it was. Probably Blue Sky, because I don't think anyone besides me has even tweeted about like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Weekend on Twitter at all. Just stuck all over there on Blue Sky, because honestly, can't blame them. It's not really all that much fun over on Twitter anymore for the most part. It is a little bit toxic over there sometimes now, and it's a little bit more chill, even though I guess it's probably a good thing for me because I don't doom scroll as much on Blue Sky. There is a lot less content on it. It's a lot slower, but now we wait for Pelipper to come in, grab the letter, and then we're finally gonna be able to get our third set of encounters in here. And then we're gonna hopefully be able to soft reset once we get to the dungeon. But maybe it would just be kind of quicker if I just did like the full-on hard reset. I don't know. I feel like it might be, because it's really not, it doesn't really take that long to, get back into the home menu and actually load the game. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep doing it like this. Just go for the Pokemon that we want, go for our partner, end that off, and we just gotta wait again after a bunch more button presses. This is why I really wanted to start on Friday, because this is gonna take a little while. Very fitting to have the Mystery Dungeon music playing right now. Okay, so neither of those are shiny. We just gotta wait for it. Go like that. Open it back up. Okay, I have to do that twice apparently. Whatever. And then start that all over again. I feel like that's definitely a little bit faster. But it's gonna be a little while. So we're gonna be streaming for a good amount of time tonight, honestly. I think it'd be really awesome to actually be able to have a shiny starter, like whether it's the player or just a partner Pokemon. Like, I feel like that would be like really sick. Although it would probably be a lot faster if I just kind of went in and played the game, and maybe, hey, I could recruit one of the starter Pokemon shiny, later on in the game. But it would kind of suck to replace, the actual player character that you have to play through the whole game with. So that's why I really want to soft reset to get a shiny starter in this game. Even if it's not like myself, I'll be happy if I get a shiny Pikachu. There we go. I think I have to wait for the little text to show up before I can spam A through. So we're gonna go pick the player, go a little bit faster this time, because I kind of memorized how many times I had to press that and the top Pokemon, so I know where to stop. And then if I would name my partner, I would be naming it Chat after you guys. I'd be naming it after all of you. I just feel like I should make that known. I don't know if there's a way I can rename my partner afterwards, but if I could, that would be really nice. Okay, another reset here. make that go back up. So that's 8 encounters so far. The shiny odds for this shiny patch are actually 1 in 2048, not 8,192. So as long as these soft sets kind of are, admittedly. Also, man, my room is like so hot right now. It's like 17 degrees out, and I don't know why, but even though it's like so nice outside, you know, it feels like they still have the heat on. So I'm a little bit, honestly, overheating, even with the t-shirt. I feel like this is really not going to take that long, honestly, to find whatever shiny Pokemon, you know, we get out of the two. We could have probably just put like Trico and then Pikachu as like a couple of shiny Pokemon here, but what I want to do with this shiny Dex thing showing up is actually just full on have all the shiny Pokemon we find go into phases, and then we're just gonna add those to our shiny Dex. Like, it only has an option for Rescue Team DX, but because there's at least an option for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon here, I can actually use this like shiny Dex thing to just put my shiny Pokemon in. There's also, speaking, you know, of PMD weekend, the last thing that I did, I guess I probably should have just mentioned this outright, you know, instead of just beating around the bush, because it is actually relevant. We're actually able to play an English translation of the 3 Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games that came out on the Wii that only came out in Japan. So I don't know when exactly that came out. I think it might also have been like the last year as well. Our first 10 encounters were not shiny. It does make it a little bit easier to make the counter go up every time I have to do this to have a little second to just press the buttons. But yeah, those games, it's actually kind of interesting. I learned that they are all the same game basically, right? But in the way that while there's different Pokemon in each version, different dungeons in each version, if you catch a Pokemon or recruit a Pokemon in one game, you can use it in the other because it shares the same save data. So that made it like a whole lot more sense when I got that booted up. Finally got to try that out for myself, because, you know, even with Sarah B doing his great coverage as always all these years, it did not make sense to me why they would release 3 versions of the same game of Mystery Dungeon on the Wii, you know, Japan only. I was like, maybe no wonder why it didn't come out to, you know, the US. But in hindsight, now that I know what it's actually like having it on my Wii English translation, holy crap, it's such a good concept. They kind of fumbled not bringing that out over here to North America or Europe, wherever, you know, anyone who speaks English lives. It's like kind of crazy. We could have chosen to do that as well for PMD weekend here, but I decided, honestly, this patch made specifically for this event is the only way I could have gone, because this is like my favorite like, I guess, form of Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Being in the Sprite era, having the Pokemon here, you know? I don't mind having them in 3D and Rescue Team DX at all. I really do like the art direction that they have, but this is what's most nostalgic to me. This is what I love the most, seeing the Pokemon all in their little 2D sprites and their portraits too. I mean, there's something about them in sprite form that just massively beats out even like the, like, I guess, what's the word? I'm really having a hard time with my words tonight, Omni Gang. Like, I slept all day, so it's not like I'm gonna be falling asleep or anything. It's not like I'm tired. So I've been up for like a few hours now, not that long, but long enough to have dinner, actually eat. But yeah, I'm just kind of drawing a complete blank on that word. And honestly, the longer I keep going like trying to find my words sometimes. It makes me completely lose my train of thought on what I was trying to find a word for in the first place. So I think I'm just gonna move on saying that, because I think y'all get the hint there. Whatever the hell I was saying has already gone out of my head. That's what I get for yapping so much. But we're at 12 encounters. We're gonna keep going. Kind of hopefully get a good rhythm going with this. I feel like maybe we'll get lucky, because we did get that Deoxys as our last shiny Pokemon on stream, literally in only 1037 encounters. And that was at full odds, 8192. At 2048, I feel like we shouldn't have to like wait too long to be able to get our shiny starter here. Like, it's 2 encounters at once, which does feel very, very nice. We're gonna go. Oh, did I screw it up? Yeah, the card is so finicky. I really do need to get a new one. Let me see here. Let me just plug it back in and out. There we go. Yeah, it's a little annoying when that happens, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay, so we're gonna do another reset, and I'm gonna talk about what I have like all done here in the last little while we're just kind of doing this. I've made a new command here, CID roll, so it's a little fun thing you guys can do. Also, SID roll for secret ID. So there's a couple ones every like 5 minutes or so. You're able to get another roll at that and get a shot at getting a trainer ID. So I think that's kind of like the last little thing I feel like I was missing, like all the different fun commands that I wanted to get that were like Pokemon themed. Because I was like trying to think of things, you know. But I actually saw someone else had done that on Blue Sky, Magnemite, if anyone knows that live streamer. I followed them myself, but I don't know like if they do any YouTube content as well. So I don't know if they're a YouTuber more than just a streamer, but yeah, they had a little roll and they got like a sick roll. 42067 or 69. I can't remember which one it was, and that's kind of really sad, because I just know my brain has been rotted by that damn meme to not be able to remember which one it was, because it's probably 42069. Why I don't think 67 really hits as good. But yeah, now you guys have a little fun extra thing to do there with that command, and with everything that it did on the Wii. There is like Pokemon Snap now on there as well, which I've never actually gotten to play. I never got to play it before, but it'll be really fun because there's actually like a Wii menu, like message menu thing that is integrated into that WiiWare version of Pokemon Snap. That makes it so whenever you take a picture in the game, it shows up in your message board for you to download onto your SD card. It's actually a really, really cool thing. So at some point, you know, we're gonna be able to play Pokemon Snap as well. There's a million things that we're gonna be able to do now. And I finally got like a bit of idea for like how I want my schedule to look like. This obviously is going to continue to have like shiny Sundays, shiny Saturday for the weekends, doing our shiny hunting, because you know, PMD weekend especially too, you know. And then next week is going to have like Dynamax Adventures, like it's usually just D8 weekend, so it sounds like the weekend, but it's Dynamax Adventure weekend, hosted by, who is it here on Discord? I can literally pull it up while I have to wait through this stupid cutscene. Event announcements, events. Yeah, Blue Vector. That's right. Honestly, I forget that. Like he hosts Dynamax Adventure weekend. because there's like so many events, you know. This is only the second ever event I've ever participated in. The first one was on like the first month of actually getting back into live streaming back in December with Rumble Weekend, and now with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon week, like weekend, I guess. I'm honestly just like really happy because now I have a way to shiny hunt in literally every version of like my favorite Pokemon games. Because even with Pokemon Rumble Weekend, man, even though it's not come around yet, I'm pretty sure I made the counters go out last time, right? There's gonna be a lot more fun and a lot more content out of the next time because of the fact that Rumble Weekend, having inspired people, made some folks make the Pokemon Rumble Blast shiny patch. So I was thinking I kind of want to actually dip my toes into that as well later this week, if I can get back on a live stream on a regular basis. But I might be taking a little bit of a vacation for like a full week, actually full on just leaving the apartment, leaving the house, and not coming back for like until the weekend. Because let me tell you, it has been very stressful being an uncle to be while basically re-experiencing my abusive relationship, but from a third person point of view, and watching a person being abused being my sister. So, you know, it's been like really stressful in that regard for me over the last like 7 months. Literally, the one thing that kind of made me just kind of get back into my live streaming in the first place, because I'm stuck in my room all the time, a lot more than I ever was before. Just kind of ended up getting to be so stressful that I have been way too stressed and miserable to live stream a lot of the like last couple of months. I mean, there was like one live stream that was, I think that really showed on the outside, but it's a lot of anger, really, because God, you know, it's not my place to really be able to say anything. There's nothing I can really do. But things have just not changed at all. You know, things have not been great. And just because, you know, it's not my relationship, obviously. I can say and do everything I can to support my sister, but I can't make the decisions for her, you know what I mean? It's just kind of unfortunate in that regard. It really is. And I kind of need a little bit of a break, so I might be going to visit my grandpa Jim, which will be a nice little break. Go with my dad next weekend and come back. Maybe bring the dog. I don't know. I don't think she has ever been in a car ride that long. She actually, the reason why I didn't live stream yesterday, well, not yesterday, because yesterday was Saturday, right? And I slept all day on Saturday, but Friday, I went to actually go help my sister, go see my brother, do some food and crap, and on the way home, I wanted to bring the dog. It was going to be a long time. I really didn't want to go in the first place. And I knew I was going to be miserable the whole time, so I figured, hey, just bring my puppy, because she makes me happy. On the way back, because it was like such a long time waiting, and because there's like other shit that they had to do while we were waiting in the back. Like, she was so anxious and miserable, and once we got back on the highway the second time on the way home, it was over. It was done for her. She threw up all over me, all over my hoodie, all over my pants. And my sister had a great idea of putting down garbage bag under me instead of something absorbent. So that puppy vomit slid like the car seat. You know how car seats are shaped? It ruined my night and my plans because I did not have any clean laundry. So thankfully, after just kind of having a really rough night and then not sleeping at all like Friday night because I was stressed out, upset, obviously, because I didn't have pants to put on the stream. Like, dude, I just wake up and it's like 8 o'clock almost, maybe even like past. I don't know. I woke up like in such a daze. Like, it was such a long sleep, well over 12 hours that I had. I'm gonna guess it was anywhere between 5 to 8 in the morning that I fell asleep. So waking up around 8. Yeah, that was either like 15 hours full on or just 12 hours. That was like really needed because holy, the day before I was also like really stressed out and at my end of my rope basically, and I actually snapped for once standing up for my sister, and also just for my own damn apartment and how it's been being trashed by this moron. You know, I was honestly just was not gonna be able to live stream at all, you know. I felt like just a little bit of a good rest, a good little de-stressor, you know, just hanging out with my mom, my dad while I woke up. So I had some time with them, ate some good pizza, 40% off. The last day it's gonna be like that. So it's like that every Monday with Domino's, but it's all week this week, so thought it was done on Friday, but no, still had today. So we got that, enjoyed that together, and yeah, had some time to just kind of chill, get out of, you know, my pain, because man, my neck has been like also really screwed up the last while. I don't know what I did to it, but oh, I have literally had to push like that just to get my neck to crack in the morning, like quote unquote. My neck was like almost stuck, so I woke up kind of sideways. I don't honestly normally toss and turn. I'd always do when I'm stressed though. That's a, honestly, really honestly, contradictory thing that pisses me off. I can't even not say that out loud, honestly. I have to be upfront, man. It pisses me the hell off. Because, man, when I go to sleep, when I'm laying down, I don't like to lay down, you know, just because I'm in pain, right? But I expect to be able to wake up, get back out of bed, and not be in pain. So when I wake up, all screwed up like that, man, it just makes me wonder how the hell my mom puts up with that shit on like a daily basis. Because, I mean, she's got like narcolepsy and stuff. I mean, and epilepsy and all of that stuff combined, man. You can bet she wakes up in some very awkward, painful ways I have to help her from. And that's probably the closest I have ever been to kind of feeling like I could relate to her. So, yeah. It took a little while for me, honestly, to live stream. So, really, instead of being a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon weekend for us, Omni Gang, it's just kind of a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon day. We will be live streaming again later on, like today, like assuming that I wake up in time, because I knew my sleep schedule was just gonna be screwed. There's no point in me just going to sleep, you know, to just be laying there up for hours and hours in reality, just staring at my phone basically. I've been getting very, very tired of doing that on all these rough last few days that I've been having, because I do hyperfixate a lot. As I'm sure, you know, all of you could probably guess, it comes with autism and the ADHD, honestly. When that's kind of getting in my way most of the time, when I do actually hyperfixate, oh boy, you can better damn believe I hyperfixate, alright. And I've hyperfixated so much on all of these little things, rabbit holes, ever since I figured out how to get the Pokemon Coliseum, like, Japanese content unlocked and translated into English on, like, my Wii and all of that stuff. Actually be able to do it myself without having to spend like $3,000+ for 26 pieces of cardboard. You know, going into that, and then Rumble Blast Shiny Patch, this Shiny Patch, the Pokemon Dream World actually started to be functional enough to connect to the games. It has some functionality with Ultralink from today, I believe. So even though it's not like finished yet, oh man, it is getting so much closer there now. Like, if I actually have a save file in Pokemon Black and White that I could just straight up use and connect, you know, send someone on over, I would love to try and test that out on live stream, because that would be like such a significant moment. The first person to live stream the Pokemon Dream World, man, in 12+ years, actually connecting it to the game and all that. I feel like that's like a position, you know, only a few people are gonna be able to say that they've done. And I want to be one of the first people to kind of hop on this train, because I was like one of these first people to hop on this train while it's being, you know, worked on, like debugged and fixed again. I mean, I have my credits on it as a programmer for helping to debug things, I guess. Even though at this point it's gone so far that it's beyond any help or debugging I could give, I think. Oh, Wild Fluttermane in the PCG. Oh, that reminds me, I screwed it up and I didn't fix it. It's really tiny. Can you see it? It's right there. It's in the corner. I have to fix that for like the next live stream, man. That's really unfortunate. Also, Wild Huntail there. That's a cool one. Honestly, I really do want to find a shiny Huntail, like in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, while we're doing the Pokemon Master Quest. This is where I remember where I forgot my train of thought earlier. Schedule. Yeah. Part of what took a lot of time after all this hyperfixation of all this work, you know, the 3DS and the Wii, is the fact that I realized the reason why I haven't touched a Pokemon Ruby Master, you know, Nuzlocke Master Quest, is because it makes me miserable. The idea of doing a Nuzlocke. I hate Nuzlocks right now. Why? Because I spent like 90% of like my childhood and my teenagehood deleting save files of all of my games. Skyrim, Minecraft Worlds, freaking Pokemon, spin-offs, mainline series. Dude, my childhood first Pokemon don't even exist anymore. It was a long gone. Like, I honestly really feel like I made too many mistakes deleting all of my progress over and over again. My whole childhood, teenagehood, that I just can't bring myself to do a Nuzlocke knowing that if I screw up, if I don't play perfectly, I'm gonna have to fucking delete my game save file again. And I'm not doing that. That'd drive me insane. Like, it was the same deal. Freaking 5 years, 6 years ago, when I first started live streaming. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I wanted to do the Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke, but we got like not even to the first gym. We didn't even. I don't even know if we actually got past the first, like, the berry fight there before you even go into the route heading out of Jubilife City to go to Orberg City. Like, I just stopped, and I never went back to that game again. Like, that's why I'm kind of actually a little bit happy, because that I have the ability to actually shiny hunt both Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus, but specifically Darkrai and Shaman in Brilliant Diamond, without, you know, having to wait until, you know, a year from now when people figure out how to glitch over there, like in the original games, because I have the items for it from the mystery gift event. It just obviously, unlike Arceus, which is tied to your completion of Pokemon Legends Arceus itself to get the item. That's another 2 to bring us up to 30, but no shiny yet. The old member card and then the Oaks letter events, both are forever locked away into the void. And unlike on the DS, there ain't no DNS exploit or anything like that to be able to get the events, you know, 20 years later. It's on the Switch, man. Of course there's not gonna be anything crazy like that. So, yeah, I am very glad in retrospect that, you know, I wanted to do Nuzlocke, but then just kind of quit it because I really didn't, and, you know, inside my heart. But I realized that, yeah, that's why I haven't done it, like, even the second stream of this thing. I did one stream again, just like the last time. Got my first gym badge, and that was it. So, I have changed the Nuzlocke Master Quest. And as such, if you type in Master Quest here, you can see I now have just 100%ing every mainline Pokemon game in the Pokemon Master Quest, with our current one being Pokemon Ruby. You will be able to see our current game as well as the Pokemon that we have used as part of our main Pokemon, because there are still some rules here attached with that little command, the Master Quest command, where for my first completion of every Pokemon game, I still want to use duplicate Pokemon. I don't want to go into my first completion of the Hall of Fame with, you know, another freaking Pidgeot if I've already used that in a previous game. I used Charizard, Fire Red. I'm not going ahead down the line, you know, when I've already used every single Kanto starter to go use another Charizard again. I have to go catch something else, put it on my team, raise it up, bring to that Hall of Fame for the first time. You know, I really, really, really want to have fun and kind of challenge myself a bit, but I don't want to kill my Pokemon off. I don't want to, like, make them unusable for the rest of the time I'm playing the game. I want to be able to actually use every Pokemon that I want to use, train up a bunch of Pokemon if I want, and actually do every little bit of content within the game, and not worrying about being locked away from doing it just because if I level up one level too high, I'm not going to be able to fight the gym leader with that Pokemon. You know, doing the shiny hunting, like, over the last few months has honestly been a lot more fun for me than any of the times I try to do a Nuzlocke Pokemon. And I realize it's because I'm trying to actually get something to collect and keep, you know, not just doing something to delete over and over and over again. So, yeah, Pokemon Master Quest, 100%ing every single Pokemon game that at least connects to the mainline games if they aren't the mainline games themselves. So Pokemon Coliseum, XD Gale of Darkness, Ranger Shadows of Almia, Ranger Guardian Signs, Battle Revolution, Pokemon Ranch. You know, there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I couldn't really do that with the Nuzlocke Master Quest at all. It was the opposite of what I originally first wanted to do. And I was just thinking about it, you know, because it was 10 years ago that I actually last did a full playthrough of any of the Pokemon games from Generation 3 or 4. Last time that I'd ever completed a Pokemon game in full, no, first time was like since all the way back then, 10 years ago, was only like 3 or 2 years ago, Pokemon Scarlet. And that guy got me back into the series big time here, but doing a Nuzlocke Master Quest would make it impossible for me to even be able to go ahead and try to do this, what I want to actually do. Oh, did the thing stop working again? I didn't even notice that because I'm looking down at the game resetting. Let me plug it back in and out again. Maybe my problem is that I'm not holding this properly, because when I have it like up on the keyboard, I find if it's sitting down, the cord kind of gets messed up a little bit more often. I'm just kind of confused, man. It's been maybe the first time that I've actually wanted to use this 3DS capture card, but this cord is so much worse than I remember it being, that it's not even really working for what, a full 50 soft resets here. Let me plug the actual thing in and out again. What a bummer, dude. Okay. There we go. Jeez, man. Let's hope I don't have any more issues. I'm sincerely hoping I'm not gonna have any more issues here. Let's just wait for this to load back up. There we go. That's what I like to see. Honestly, man, that's stressful. I need better cords. But every micro USB one that I have in my house, which is what this 3DS capture card uses, to actually, you know, connect to be a capture card. All my other cords don't even transfer data. They're just charging cables, so does nothing. And obviously, you know, them being charging cables, it's not gonna charge this. This is a completely different cord for the charging. So yeah, if we have too much trouble with this, honestly, that'll kind of suck. But you know, I already ran out of my Twitch money from my second ever Twitch payout. I just got a couple days ago because I wanted to treat my mom to dinner a couple of nights in a row, and got myself a couple of things that I needed. Coffee in the morning and just, well, food, pretty much. Honestly, food is expensive, but it's the first time that I've been able to actually buy food, treat my mom, you know, such a long time. And it's still the craziest thing to think that in just 7 months that I ended up getting my second ever Twitch payout, thanks to you guys, all your support. And in the first time in a while, I've had the ability to just buy my mom dinner for once. You know, Mother's Day just kind of passed a little while ago, and I was a little bit bummed that I didn't really have anything to do for her. But even yesterday, while my sister and my mom were just here, I you know, I needed my sister's help a little bit to, do the other half because I only had like $13 left, but we did like half and half towards like pizza just for the three of us. So, that was also nice, getting food for my sister as well, since she's, gonna be a mom soon too. So now I feel like, this Mother's Day, I kind of technically covered it. Just not the way I would like to. I would definitely prefer it if I could have done that before, Mother's Day had already come and gone, but it is what it is. That's all thanks to you guys on the game. So sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the support over the last 6-7 months. Because this has honestly been way better than like the first time I started live streaming. I'm having a lot more fun, and I feel like I'm a lot more in my natural like rounds, I guess. And I don't know if that's coming across, all that well. I feel like you guys obviously notice it, but I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm able to see the support and how much more meaningful it is to me now and appreciate it now. Way better than I was ever really able to before, because yeah, things were just kind of really stressful the entire like first year or two of my live streaming, because I was in that relationship with my ex that turned abusive. So it really wasn't possible for me to do much good at the live streams at all. I wasn't able to focus on it all that much. And the last couple of months, with how things have been with my sisters, baby daddy, I look over, and of course my webcam lags. I was just worried about the entire computer freezing there, stream freezing, but it's all good. Yeah, it's not been fun, it's really been making me miserable, feeling like it's just watching my abusive relationship happen to someone else. And this time it's not the girl who's doing the abusing. It just honestly, I've wanted to be able to do a lot to help my sister, to support her, and there's not really been all that much I've been able to do with how much this has all been stressing me out. But being able to just get dinner a couple of nights in a row, that is a big thing to me, because I would rather do like the practical things, do the things that actually matter than focus on things that really have no effect on any importance, when it comes to like taking care of my family. It's hard for me to even like really think about, I know it's kind of awful, like a Mother's Day card, when I know that there's so many bills to worry about that, oh, my mom's credit's fucked, or my sister's, like all this stuff going on, and she's hungry. I can't really do stupid things like that, very easily at all. I want to just do physically with my own two hands what I can to take care of my family, whether it's my mom or my sister, for my little nephew to be. It's gonna be a lot more work than what I'm doing right now. I just God, I can't stop feeling so happy about it, and I want to gush about this for like hours and hours if I could, honestly. Thanking you guys for enabling me to come this far over this last, bit of this year and then some. Because, wow, not only am I doing what I love the most, actually being able to, do that in the safety of my own room, knowing that at the very freaking least, no one's gonna come barging in here and making me stop the damn thing. You know, I just feel so much more motivated and more engaged with this stuff, that even though I haven't been doing much streaming, you know, all this work, you know, that I've done is because I can't stop thinking about wanting to give you guys even better of a time next time I go live. It's just gonna be a little difficult though over the next month or so, because A, I'm gonna take that little vacation, go see my grandpa Jim, my dad, but also, I don't know if any of y'all have heard the news, but Stream Elements might be dead. Stream Elements might be going bye-bye, because I don't know, there's some rumor that went around on like Stream Elements unofficial Discord or whatever, and then now it's actually like being actually acknowledged officially. Like, I don't know what exactly is going to be happening, if StreamAvatars is done or not, but I'm actually kind of glad that I already moved most of my stuff, like for commands and all that, away from Stream Elements, and that I moved back to using, you know, Streamlabs for like a lot of the stuff here on my OBS, because Stream Elements just kind of stopped working in a lot of ways. I noticed, like ever since I got back into streaming in the first place. That's why I made this switch, you know, to only use Stream Elements for multi-streaming, but use Streamlabs for everything else. And if Stream Elements is gone, that means I won't be able to multi-stream using Stream Elements anymore. So I'm gonna have to switch over to Atom, A-I-T-U-M. Thankfully, it doesn't use AI, I hope. But yeah, I had to use a new program to set that up for my live streaming here. And that might take a little while, and that might make things take even longer before we get back into our live streaming, like on a, you know, more regular basis, obviously, because if I just have to full on set up a brand new thing just to be able to live stream, I can't help that, man. I mean, things have been going really well with multi-streaming, although, shit, TikTok, I am so sorry. I have not been paying attention to you at all today. I hope to God that the real-time stats are gonna be like dead, because now I'm gonna feel bad. If anyone was chatting, I did not see it. Wow, that's rough, buddy. Oh yeah, I even got a like and I got a couple of comments. Damn, dude, I can't believe that. Wow, I'm so sorry, TikTok. I'm a little bit frazzled, honestly. You can kind of tell. Jeez. Yeah, I feel like I can't just give up on TikTok, you know, and YouTube, just go on Twitch only. Even though Twitch is where all of the big stuff is kind of happening, you know, things have been progressing the best. I feel like what I need to do is just wait, see how things adapt, and not make any frantic decisions right now. I'm just gonna keep live streaming a while this actually works, but if this stops working one day, yeah, I'll probably put out a tweet, you know, Blue Sky, you know, X, whatever. I'll tweet on either of those platforms. I don't care, because they're basically both Twitter. One's just actually blue. Yeah, no, I feel like, oh, ad break is starting? I didn't even get the, what? They didn't even tell me there was gonna be ad break soon. Yo, that's kind of messed up on the game. I'm sorry about that. Middle of me talking. But I'm yapping, so that's kind of my own fault. Let me get on over here to Trico. And I guess, yeah, if I just put it down on my desk instead of on the keyboard, it knocked me out of the angle it is making. 3DS capture card, fine. Although, you know, I feel like I should actually take this optimal moment here I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Let me just type this. BRB in a minute. Gotta get that purple heart. Yeah, let me just put that there. There we go. Right. It's all text. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I need to actually use the washroom, so I am going to go run on out over there. I have no cords that are gonna get stuck here, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, Omni Gang. I know y'all just came back from the ad break that I wasn't even expecting. I didn't even see it, but I will leave you guys with the Toad Cam. So hopefully you can see our male Toad, not female, male Toad, Maple, chilling around, hopping around, singing a little song maybe. Because guess who had her first ever, I mean, shit, this is what happens when you call your Toad a gender before they're actually officially gendered. His first little sounds. So I'm really happy about that. That was like the coolest thing ever yesterday that happened. Or I guess, 2 days ago, Friday, whatever. Or someone's in the bathroom. So let me just do this. No shiny. Okay. Bring that up to 44. And I'll bring you back to the Toad Cam on the gang. While I just kinda stand around. I know I shouldn't even be drinking water while I have to, because it's gonna make it worse, but this is one of the things that makes me nuts. Living in an apartment with only one bathroom. One bathroom. It didn't used to be so bad before, man. Only having 2 people living here. Take over the stream. You gonna take over for Daddy? Hello, Omni Gang. My name is Ruby, and I'm your new host. Today we're gonna do some shiny hunting. Well, bonk. Sorry. So funny. She's such a good listener. Hello, Omni Gang. I'm back. We didn't get shiny here, so we're gonna come back here. close the game, turn it back on again after we back in the menu because the home button doesn't work. I had to reiterate that because God, that really grinds my gears. Get rid of the BRB thing, get my headphones back in, and get back into the shiny hunting. Honestly, man. I feel like I'm constantly a lot more frazzled than I have ever been. And you guys have to understand on the game, guys and girls, they, thems. I have always... Hey, and use water right after I go to the bathroom to try throw. I'm gonna have to go pee again already, like 10 minutes from now if they're straight, dude. But, I've already been such an anxious person as it is. You know, my ADHD, not even understanding until like maybe like the last couple of years that I might actually have it. You know, my brain has always been so scattered that I have always just kind of been struggling with chaos, struggling with, you know, having my own, I guess, routine just kind of interfered with, and having everything just be out of my control. That was the biggest difficult thing with my abusive relationships. That she didn't even let me have any time to myself to do anything anymore. Like towards the end of it, I couldn't live stream without her, you know, coming down and, you know, making me turn everything off, or texting me and saying, oh, well, I want you to come and do this, no matter whether it was a bad pain day for me or not. You know, I had to drop everything at all times, and I don't mind helping. I'm the type of person who's a caregiver, so obviously I love helping, but, you know, I need my own time. Every person does, and it's very, very difficult, you know, the way things are right now compared to the previous relationship, because it's not like there's a place for the person that's, you know, being a piece of crap, quite frankly, to go, you know, every night, you know, just a couple of floors up. Every single day, every single night. And I really try not to talk much about this stuff on stream because I want to leave, you know, my reality in reality. I don't want to bring it here, but it has gotten in the way over the last couple of months from me actually doing my live stream. And I feel like I really just need to be honest more than anything else. I can't keep, you know, coming up with excuses. At a certain point, it just gets to the point where you need to just let it out. And the way that I have been snapping, like I haven't in ever in my entire life, dude, at the guy making my sister miserable. Yeah, I've built up so much resentment and anger that getting it out that way was never fun. I do not relish it, as cathartic as it may be, but just being honest about my feelings, talking about it, I feel it is the one way I can be able to stay on top of things and keep myself sane. Because bottling it all up, piling it all in, has always been such a toxic thing to me. It's like it eats away at me from the inside out of my brain and my heart, you know? Like, metaphorically. When I see someone I love get treated like shit, no matter who it is, you know? There's been a lot of people like that who've come and gone in my life. I can't stand idly by and not say anything, you know? But when I have to, because it's not my place to, you know, the only time that ever was with my abusive relationship. And even then, I put up with it for such a long time because I loved her, no matter how much. It really wasn't worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a confrontational person at all. But when I have to, because I just can't hold it in anymore, yeah. No, that's honestly what I know, that I need a break. So I'm really kind of just looking forward to having time with my grandpa Jim, because the last time I actually went over to go spend a week or whatever weekend was right before my grandma Shirley passed away. And obviously I've seen him a bunch, you know, it's not like I haven't seen my grandpa Jim. Comes over a bunch, you know, pick up my dad if he needs the car. And I went over, visit him one of my cousin's places, like around Christmas or right after Christmas. I can't remember when it was exactly now, because literally time has been passing me by over these last 7 months, like almost as bad as it did for the whole 5-6 years or whatever that I spent wasted on my ex. But at the very least, I've had this to keep me grounded. I really wanted to have a lot more time with him, you know? Because God, he lives 3 hours away, you know? I can't just go and see him, you know, like that, you know? Things just haven't worked out, I guess. You know, between my dad, you know, his plans, like, with work. Obviously, that can be a little bit difficult, obviously, because he just can't stay here throughout the week. He has to go, like, at the end of the weekend to be ready for the night shifts. So he stays with my grandpa Jim, but then my grandpa Jim also goes out because, you know, he's not got my grandma Shirley to have, you know, reason to be staying at home, you know, all the time. It's lonely. I wouldn't want to stay alone there too. But next week I'm finally gonna have that time, and God, it's gonna be the best break ever, because I have needed this big time. And who knows, maybe I'll even come back with some fun stories to tell on stream. Who knows? Because every time I go, I feel like I get so spoiled. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll even have like a little bit play money. Oh, I know. Come home with. Like, I know that sounds like greedy or selfish, but I swear to God, I don't ask for, you know, the money. It just, my grandpa Jim, my grandma Shirley always would just surprise me and be like, hey, yeah, any money? Yeah, pull it out. Gives you like anywhere between 50 to 500 bucks. Like, even just seeing him in the car, you know, when he's picking up my dad, he's done that, like 50 bucks. And, you know, have a little bit of play money, have some fun. Usually, you know, nowadays, especially if the economy being all in the gutter, it's usually spent on food. But now with everything that I've done in the last month or so, really, there's only a couple things that I need to be able to 100% do everything I wanted to do with Pokemon Master Quest, for one, but also just, you know, even a shiny hunting, everything Pokemon that I want to do. I just need an action replay so I can unlock some shinies that are normally shiny locked, because the Pokewalker that is hanging right there on my shelf, my big noggin could get out of the way, right there, the top there, it's so tiny. I really want to be able to shiny hunt some Pokemon on there, because if I'm gonna walk outside and do some shiny hunting, man, Not gonna lie, it's either gonna be the big Pokemon Go events or not at all, because I'm tired of it, man. Pokemon Go. Oh, I played it hardcore for a lot of years. A lot of years now. And really, it's kind of burnt me out, you know. Especially me physically not being in the greatest health, you know, after COVID, getting it like 2 or 3 times, that wrecked my immune system. And it has made a lot of my physical conditions, like my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, way worse. Even today, you know, I slept all day, right? Like I said. So you'd think I'd be so well rested after I woke up. Walking the dog, my knee was going inwards. Inwards. Just like it did when I had to quit my job. Like, because my knees were literally swelling up black and blue, size of like soccer balls, and dislocating inwards where you can move the kneecap. Like the kneecap itself is what went inwards, man. Like, it's not fun when that happens. It's not very common, but I have had that ever since, you know, I got COVID the first time at Fortuno's, and then back into it on a more regular basis, like more full time. Once I started doing that, and then having the stool taken away from me, so I couldn't even sit down anymore at customer service. Not even at like the cash register, you know, just customer service, lottery tickets and returns and stuff. Man, I wasn't allowed to have a stool while my knees were literally the worst condition I have ever been in my entire life, where they looked like my mom's knees. And that's saying something, man. Like, it's just crazy, man, that getting COVID would have ended up like screwing up my immune system enough to make all of these issues come out of nowhere, where I never struggled with them beforehand. You know? Like, it's brutal, man. This antivirus stuff that's being talked about, I really hope we're not about to go into another pandemic already so soon. I'm honestly barely leaving the house as it is, but I have to deal with that again, man. I mean, the only good outcome of it is that y'all are gonna be here to watch me more often. But it's not gonna be fun for my social life at all. Which I really just want to get, you know, a little bit more of. You know, I want to get out there now that it's nice weather. I actually go do some fun stuff. You're gonna tell me that the moment spring comes around, there's gonna be a pandemic? Oh, yeah. I've got my fingers and my toes crossed. You can't see them, but my toes are crossed right now. That things are gonna be okay. I hope y'all are gonna be staying safe. Stay safe, yo. All the way through, yo. Whatever bullshit comes our way, less than, 4 years of this decade, man. Cause I feel like 2020 is just as cursed as the Mayan calendars first anticipated. Just not in, Big Bang kind of way. It was just a slow and torturous decade. A lot of chaos. Didn't COVID start literally at the beginning of 2022? Like, I feel like, honestly, it was kind of just prophetic, the way COVID kind of happened in 2020. Last bit of December, the month year before, but still, when you think about it, reality really does mimic fiction, just as much as fiction mimics reality. I swear. It's either the world wants to work with us, or it's just working against us. I'm just, honestly, man, I can't take too much more stressful situations like that, dude. It was really not fun. I know it was kind of my own fault. It's not like I'm gonna be stuck in an abusive relationship this time. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. But being stuck indoors all the time, every single day with my ex. I mean, almost to a degree, I can understand how it turned abusive. Almost. And I'm glad I can make jokes like that about it. It's being down in the dumps about it. Like, these last 6-7 months, God, every time I say it, fuck, it kills me. It really does. It really has, like, brought me, like, back to being myself again. I've really healed. And I just wish, my health be the one thing that, like, could also get back to being normal. Mentally, I'm great, honestly, outside of, like, the stress of this kind of crap, like I said earlier. But physically, I'm an old man. Like, I'm, like, dead, dude. Half the time, man, if I'm not streaming, like, if it's not because I'm, like, having a bad day with stress, whatever crap going on, getting me all too upset to stream. It's that I'm just dead. I'm laying there dead behind that shelf and that TV, dead. I'm sitting here dead, looking at, Discord, keeping up with the Dream World crap, not even understanding how the hell to help. Looking at Twitter, looking at YouTube. I haven't really caught many Twitch streams lately myself. I'm just dead. I really have been, like, so worn out, physically, mentally, that, yeah, pretty much hyperfixating on doing all this work was all I could do. But once I get this refresher, I really do think that'll be all I need to get back into things on a regular basis. This event, PMD weekend, is kind of what I needed as well, to kind of get me really just figuring out what I want to actually do. Because I've also been so indecisive, realizing that, I didn't want to do any Nuzlocks. I just want to 100% my games. Yeah, it's nice to be able to just have a nice event, to look forward to and do. It's just, I did not expect to get thrown up on the day of, literally right before I got home. I wish I could have spent more time doing this. So we are going to continue this next Saturday, next weekend. But on Friday, because it's not going to be PMD weekend, I want to do Pokemon Rumble Blast Shiny Hunting. I want to do that. So we're going to have that to look forward to. This one's taking a little while to reset there. Jeez. So we're going to do a Rumble Blast Shiny Hunting patch. That one has 1 in 8,192 odds, just like Pokemon Rumble. And I set that up myself. I could have set it to be literally every Pokemon is shiny, but no, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna lower it below full odds because it's still Generation 5. If it was in Generation 6, then maybe I would have put it to 1 in 4096. But it's not. It's still Generation 1 and 5. So, 1 in 8,192 odds for Pokemon Rumble Blast. It will be a little bit time consuming. But the thing is, unlike Pokemon Rumble, unlike the original Pokemon Rumble, there is a lot more to do in these games. There is a lot more replayability. So, there's different bosses, there's secret bosses that can spawn in, your runs aren't gonna be like the same thing over and over and over and over again like it was. And that's one thing that really did kind of get me, because I didn't play Pokemon Rumble, growing up on the Wii. I never had it. I had Rumble Blast on the 3DS as my first exposure to the series, and that was the bomb. That's how I want to play a Pokemon Rumble game. And being able to shiny hunt in that you know, I feel it's gonna be a lot more fun to watch and do compared to, you know, the OG Pokemon Rumble. Because yeah, I also have to take into account, you know, the shiny odds can go lower in the original Pokemon Rumble, but it's only if I have more than one player. So really, knowing that I got as many shiny Pokemon as I did, you know, the Rumble weekend that we ended up shiny hunting in, we're gonna be able to like get a lot more shiny Pokemon probably in Pokemon Rumble Blast at a much faster rate. Because even the combat, dude, it was worked on and touched up where I feel like when I am playing Pokemon Rumble with this Smash music playing right now, okay, I feel like I'm going from like regular Brawl to Project M, basically, you know, and I feel like it's not in a good way, you know. I feel like Rumble is Brawl, and then Rumble Blast is Project M, where it's much more faster, it's much more responsive. I'm not tripping out of nowhere for no good reason. Like, dude, oh god, why did they add tripping into Brawl? Just should have left it with Diddy Kong and his bananas, and that was it. Just why? You know, I feel like with Rumble, you know, it makes me trip. That every single time, you know, I go into a boss room, it's like always the same Pokemon. And really, being able to do like the boss fights and unlock all the Generation 3 and 4 Pokemon, or no, 2 and 3 Pokemon that weren't in, you know, the OG Pokemon Rumble with this Rumble weekend patch, you know, those tournaments are so difficult because my attacks suck compared to how I remember, you know, the attacks being like in Rumble Blast. They're so slow, unresponsive. Like, I make one wrong move and I'm dead. I'm just gone. Eviscerated and sent into the Shadow Realm. Also, I was thinking, would you guys like really care if I got rid of the hydrate channel points like thing? Because I was thinking, there's like one more fun thing I could add for my lights. Speaking of darkness, Shadow Realm, you know, I want to add like one more thing with Lumia's stream, so you guys could like turn off all of my lights, you know, except the ones that can't be turned off. I feel like I kind of want to do that. Low key, I want to make that an extra reward. It's just, I might also want to wait for that because here's the thing. I feel like the hydrate one is like the one that gets used the most out of any of the channel points. So I don't really want to get rid of hydrate just for something that probably only get used like once in a while. But there's, I saw from Jack Lucy, I think his name is on X, Twitter, that there's supposed to be some channel points updates coming for the bits of all things, the power-ups, so I can make custom power-ups. So I am like kind of wanting to just wait and see when that's gonna come around and happen, because I feel like the Lumia stream stuff, changing the lights up would probably be better off being power-ups. You know, use your bits to be able to do instead of just how it is right now with channel points, because there's so many fun things that I can do, but it would be a little bit better. Oh, I guess I'll see y'all in 90 seconds on the game. God damn it, how did I miss the ad break happening again? Oh my lord. Okay, whatever, dude. I guess I'm just gonna cry about it while I get my starter here. Like, dude, I literally thought it already happened. I got it opposite. Like, okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Let's see if we're gonna get this now. Am I dreaming this? I feel a pleasant breeze. Is it A shiny in the trees? No. It's a regular Trico in the trees, along with the Pikachu. But that brings us up to 66, so I guess this is like really, really terrible progress. We're definitely gonna have to bring this back, you know, for our next little live stream, man. Because like the moment I get like the shiny starter, dude, it's gonna be like such a fun playthrough, and I really, really am hoping it's gonna be Trico, but oh boy, I can't believe we've only done like 66 encounters in the last hour and a half. It's kind of crazy to me that it's already been this long. But welcome back from the ad break on the gang. I legit thought it was already going. When it started, I thought it was about like done there. Every single time, man, I go to keep like talking about something important. I'm not paying attention to the ad break stuff, man, today. We're gonna get this shiny star one way or another, you know. It might take a little while longer than, you know, maybe just this stream. We might have to do a couple, but I don't see us going even up to how high of encounters we did for the Lugia so far in Pokemon Fire Red. I feel like I said that with my speech impediment with the W instead of the R. But speaking of, we aren't actually going to be considering the hunt in Fire Red for shiny Lugia anymore for the time being, because I really do want to get back into Pokemon Ruby, you know, like Master Quest, now that there is no Nuzlocke portion to it. And instead, you know, when I get to Pokemon Fire Red, because it's the second game I have planned to play out of the series, like the whole Master Quest series, I want to get a shiny Lugia with my name on it, my username, not just my IRL name, Nick. Just kind of basic, you know, and so common that it feels like a dime a dozen. You're gonna see a dime a dozen Lugias with that name, OT. Omnido, or even Omni Omen if it fits in, which I'm pretty sure it might. Yeah, no, it's exactly the way I want to go with my shiny Lugia. Having a shiny Deoxys though, I'm okay with that. Why? Because there is going to be quite literally about 1 million more shiny Deoxys that I'm going to be hunting for. Okay, not quite literally, I'm exaggerating. But I actually need to shiny hunt Deoxys again. I need to do it 4 times in total. We've done it once, but I need 3 more shiny Deoxys. So what that means is I'm gonna have to do another shiny Deoxys hunt in Pokemon Fire Red. So I'm gonna have to restart the game anyways, right? So we'll go back, you know, probably do Lugia first. But yeah, there's all those shiny hunts that I'm talking about. I want to put them on hold for now because, you know, I'm realizing it was more than just, you know, Pokemon Fire Red that I left unfinished, you know, from like 10 years ago. I left a lot of things just kind of unfinished and not done at all. So I feel like I just want to get into the actual gaming parts of, you know, the mainline Pokemon series and just get through it all, do all of this crazy stuff now that I can finally do it. Like, oh my god, the e-reader stuff, man, I haven't figured that out with Pokemon Coliseum. Helped me figure it out, just period. So I got, well, the ability to do Eon ticket stuff, as well as hopefully I'm praying to God that this will work, the berries without a battery, because I still need a soldering kit if I want to, you know, shiny hunt in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire properly. I need to fix this again. like, I also need the soldering like kit to be able to fix the battery, just to be able to grow berries at all in Generation 3. And if I scan in this e-reader card for the Nut Pea Berry, which is the best berry for contest stats, maxes out your stats. Like, it's the only way to max out your stats with that Nut Pea Berry. I'm hoping I can scan it repeatedly to get an infinite amount of them. You know, since I can't exactly grow them again. I just don't know how it's gonna work at all. Like, it might be a little bit tricky where maybe I'll have to, like, give it to my Pokemon and then scan the card back in to get another one. I don't know. I have no idea how that's gonna work with a dead battery, but I have a lot to look into. And we're actually just gonna be getting into it and, you know, a lot sooner now without having to worry about the Nuzlocke. Would have been really nice, but I think, you know, my whole picture was just giving every Pokemon, you know, a chance to be used, you know, regardless of, you know, being, you know, ones that are a little bit more commonly used. You know, I don't want them to die or anything if they faint. I'll not use them again. I just want to keep using them, give them a shot, learn how to use them. You know, well, Pokemon that honestly are good, Pokemon that suck, I don't care. I like, honestly, just love Pokemon so much that there is no Pokemon that just really sucks to me. I love them all equally, in a way, you know? And I don't know. I just feel like I had a big brain fart. Okay. This music, you know, it's a nighttime Pokemon Ranch Platinum update theme or whatever. It's a good theme. But something about this is like just kind of turning my brain off. I don't know why. Can we skip this? There we go. I don't think I skipped into the right song at all. That's like the worst song for like turning your brain on. Oh my lord. This is the main thing of your brain being off, dude. Besides like the Naruto themes, like do 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 do. You know, I don't even have to say any more of those like little notes. I'm sure just from that alone, y'all know exactly what Naruto song I'm talking about. Like being unemployed. Like, dude, honestly, I got a lot more songs in here that just kind of eat my brain like a brain worm, man. Like, more meme songs that just, I don't know, every time I hear them, I feel like I lose a couple of brain cells while they're playing. I get in the bag after, but it's so easy, honestly, for me. My ADHD. I feel like these songs, man, also play a part in helping me just get distracted and lose all my train of thought. God, it is really hot in here, and I'm like sweating buckets every night. It's like this too. It's not even like it's like this during the day. It's really only like this like either when I'm streaming or at night. And I'm actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, like I don't know if this is an anxiety thing that's making me do this, or if it's because I have my goddamn door shut. Like, if it was just me and my mom, I wouldn't have had my door shut at all. I would have never had to have my door shut. I did anyways, but I could have left it open, and especially now with the way it is, I wouldn't have to worry about having my door closed because it's not like people can be able to walk by and be seen. The only reason why I ever kept my door closed was because my mom needed to walk by to go to the kitchen or whatever, you know, and didn't want to be seen on stream because she's having a really bad pain day and she looks like shit. Like, I understand being self-conscious about that. I don't want to go live when I feel like crap, and there's like giant ass bags underneath my eyes, and I'm all pale. I don't even like really streaming while I'm sweating like this. It's very, very self-conscious, for me. But it's a human thing. I can't goddamn help it, especially if it's hot. Regulating my temperature, I guess. Even though I'm gonna be probably endlessly regulating my temperature until like I don't know. I wake up in the morning or something and open my door. Yeah, it's honestly something I'm trying to get a little bit better about, just kind of dealing with, but it makes me understand, like what it would be like for my mom, she's having a bad painting, she doesn't usually mind at all, but it's just a respect thing for me. I just don't want to assume that it's gonna be okay for me to leave my door open. Because also, with her migraines too, if I get a little bit noisy, that's another thing that would make me not want to, keep my door open, especially in the middle of the night. But she loves listening to me, she like live stream and all of that. Like, there's only like one day that she would probably prefer not to be bothered, and that'd be like when she has no meds, and it's like the day before, she gets her meds right in the morning. That obviously I know when not to fucking be an idiot and loudly screaming and bugging her, but I don't even have the ability to, throughout the day, even with Ruby, I have to have her locked in here most of the time, just her and I, unless I'm like taking her out for a walk, because if they're here, I basically can't have her out there, because I can't trust them, to not have any crap laying around for her to get into, because there's so much food garbage, so much food that goes to goddamn waste. And she even got a blueberry the other day, and I kind of freaked out because I didn't know if that was like toxic or whatever. But she's such a good girl, She spat it out after she grabbed it, and then headbutted my sister to ask, because she was actually the one who grabbed the blueberries, but she didn't drop it. It was already on the floor, and it was the first time she had grabbed any blueberries, so it was like WTF, But Ruby's such a good girl. Like, she found it like in the living room, dropped it, and headbutted to ask if she could have it. She went like back up, pointed at it, but didn't pick it back up to eat. She was going to, like, when I went to pick it up, until I said garbage, and then she was like, oh, okay. Like, I've trained her really, really well. She's a smart dog. It shouldn't be that difficult. But I'm the only one, besides my mom and my dad, who really gives a shit about letting this dog be herself. It is very frustrating in that regard too, because she gets yelled at, like if she has an accident, she has an accident here, I'm like, oh my god, Ruby. Then I clean it up, and I roll my eyes and I move on. I don't like go after her, making her miserable, making her all scared just because whoop-de-doo, she had an accident because she couldn't hold it in anymore. Sometimes she forgets to ask to go outside for a walk, and sometimes she does it like literally as I'm about to be taking her out because I waited like maybe literally just a minute too long. Like, I don't care, it is what it is. It's life. Accidents happen. But man. Even when I'm not streaming, door is closed. Me in here. I feel so bad for how it's affected Ruby, because it's taken away like her safety, I guess, of feeling like the boss of this house. It's made her very defensive, and it's made her start barking out the window when people come past, and barking crazy when people come in, just like Tess used to. And I'm recognizing that this shit is because of the way that they used to, like my sister, my brother, you know, whoever else all used to treat my childhood dog Tess. They never treated her well. I was the one who was taking care of Tess, just like I am with Ruby. If it wasn't my mom, you know, or my dad. And I'm realizing a lot of the ways that she's turning out in this defensive way, like barking and shit, is exactly probably because of the way she's being treated by people who aren't me. And that's not fair, honestly, at all. So when I go to see my grandpa Jim, I'm really hoping I can bring her with me because I know she'll love it. She'll be able to have a backyard to actually go out and run around it too, and you know, not have any other dogs coming into her space and bugging her, you know, making her feel like scared or anxious or whatever it is that makes her bark like a freaking pit bull, man. She's such a princess to be barking so deep as she does, man, but she barks better than Tess ever did. Way better. Anyways, I do think I need probably just maybe take a little break here to go maybe find another water if there's any in the fridge, because I'm out of it and I don't know when I'm gonna stop sweating. At this rate, dude, this is kind of rough. And maybe I should open my window. So I'm just gonna be right back again on the gang. Oh god, I was gonna start an ad break. So take care of yourselves, get some water, some snacks, or whatever in the meantime. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna bring it back to the Toad cam here. And I'm gonna hit that. And I'll be right back. N-words on me, man. I don't know if you guys are still in the ad break or not. It still says 25 seconds right now for me, but... Oh, let me get rid of the be right back thing. Open my curtain window here. I'm really hobbling. I'm a little hobbling goblin right now. Walking so slow. Jeez. I should not have taken like 3 minutes to get back here pretty much and sit down, but just get in the water, go on a quick little bathroom break so I don't have to get back up again in like 5-10 minutes or something. Yeah, no. I was like so fast doing all that stuff, grabbing it, but I'm walking and it's like snail pace. Snail pace. This has been a rough last like 7 hours or so, man, that I have been up physically, man. Neck, knee, back. Wow, man. My other Stanlos has really progressed into being a lot more of a problem for me than I really expected, you know, it to be in the last like few years. Like, I knew I had it as a teenager, but I never struggled with it like I have as an adult. Get another couple encounters added in, and not shiny. So we'll just keep this up, keep going. But I want to actually just quickly go over the schedule like in full here while I have a moment. Because, you know, it's been a couple of hours now. I feel now that like I've been live streaming long enough, I had like a little bit of time to just go get a water, slowly breathe in and out, you know, as I'm walking slowly now to get back here. I feel a little bit less frantic now. All of this stuff that I've had built up that I don't want to just share, get off my chest for like the last couple of months now, basically, along with just the stuff in the last month that I've done. Yeah, I feel a lot better right now than I did at the beginning of the stream. I feel a lot less all over the place. So with our schedule, Shiny Saturday, and Shiny Sunday, both of those days are gonna be, you know, Shiny Weekend basically. But instead of just saying Shiny Weekend, I feel like it's better just to say Shiny Sunday, Shiny Saturday, because, you know, SNS. But for Monday, Master Quest Mondays, we're gonna do the Master Quest, and we're gonna continue with Ruby and actually get back into it, not just leave it waiting again anymore. And Wednesday, random Wednesdays, variety. No, let's just skip Tuesday. Tuesdays is a free space day for me. That's my day off. One of my 2 days off. I can choose to live stream if I want, but I've tried so hard to come up with any ideas to have a live stream literally all 7 days of the week. But I can't, man. I can't bring myself to come up with any ideas like for either of the days that start with a T, ironically, Tuesday and Thursday. Because, you know, Monday works so easily. Like, it could have been Myth Trainer Mondays. It could have been, you know, even like Myth Trainer Tuesdays doesn't work as well. It sure has Trainer, but that's what I was trying to do before. That was the best idea I could think of. And it just, no. It's too much Pokemon crap in the first place. So I want to do the shiny hunting so much more now often. Now that I've gotten into this, right? I have that for both days of the weekend. And on Monday, with the Master Quest, I already had that planned for even a Nuzlocke Master Quest. But, you know, it's 3 days out of the week, 5, that are all Pokemon. And I can choose to do more Pokemon if I so wish on, you know, the variety, you know, random Wednesday. And also, same for Friday, because it's Variety Friday. That, honestly, it just sounds so good, even though it doesn't start with, fry or whatever, variety. It sounds for like fry. So, yeah, Tuesday, Thursday's off. Both Wednesday and Friday, variety days. Random Wednesday, Variety Friday. I want to do some more Pokemon Pinball again this coming Wednesday. Get back into that so we can actually complete the entire decks there. And once we actually complete the things that we do, and I actually figure out, how this stuff works. I mean, if we can't actually get some of these Pokemon without the e-reader stuff, I can just use the e-reader stuff now. I don't have to wait, any longer to do that stuff. So that's really nice. That's gonna unlock all that extra content, to make sure that we're gonna get all 204 Pokemon in our, or whatever it's supposed to be, in our Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire Dex quest. But we need to do another reset now. So those two were shiny. And on Friday, that's when I want to do the Rumble Blast shiny patch. I want to get right into testing that out. Now that, we're going to be doing this for this live stream, Mystery Desert Rescue Team shiny patch, and later tonight after I wake back up. Thing messed up again. Hopefully that fixed it. See? Yeah. Okay, so I feel like it's just maybe getting like a little bit twisted, or sometimes, I don't know. I feel like this cord does not plug in all the way, so it gets like a little bit loose. And that might be what the problem is. But yeah, it's gonna be a full stream schedule of Pokemon this week, but it's what I want to do right now. All I want to do is just Pokemon stuff at the moment. And with things like for variety stuff, next week after, I'll probably want to do, maybe some Minecraft again, get back into our forever world. But for other things, I don't know yet. There's a lot that we can do. And I really just have so many things kind of backlogged here that I want to do. Just from Pokemon alone, that I want to complete the stuff that I've started with, at least, some of these things that I've started before getting into anything new. Like this event is a perfect reason, obviously, to do something new. And having done this, obviously, is gonna make me want to do the other mod, for shiny Pokemon Rumble Blast. But after that, the one time I do that, just a good stream of it, I'll be fine, honestly, with that. Nothing more, for a little bit, unless like I really just want to do some more shiny hunting of it. I can choose to do that on, Sunday or Saturday, obviously, instead of having it on Variety Friday. But for now, yeah, I just want to stick to Pokemon. So what I do have, as like the things that I do want to do, content ideas, live stream planning stuff, I do want to get back into Legend CA and finish that off, complete the game, go for the DLC part, and actually beat all of that too. Besides, doing the Master Quest in Ruby, and obviously finishing, the Dex Quest and Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. But I also want to do some shiny hunting for Jirachi again and get back into that for, the Coliseum bonus disc Pokemon Sapphire. So we do have like a lot of shiny hunting stuff that I want to do. So it is gonna be good variety, every Saturday and Sunday. Like if I so choose, actually keep it, varied instead of going over and over for the same, goal, same little hunt over every stream. But Minecraft forever and going through all my childhood Pokemon save files. I do really want to do that as well, so I know exactly what I have to work with, you know, things I could send up to Pokemon Home, so I'm not just like deleting them into the void when I'm ready to actually get into them with the Master Quest 100%ing every single Pokemon game. And then these like other things that I haven't really had the plans to do anytime soon, but want to. It's GTA Online for fun, you know, once in a while I'd like to do. But also Bleach Rebirth of Souls, I want to do a playthrough of that. I want to do a forever save in Skyrim, and I do eventually would like to try and take on hardcore mode in Minecraft. But I also decided, because I don't want to do the Nuzlocke stuff anymore, I want to do 100% playthrough of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. And that one might actually be one of the things I decide to do soon. You know, as part of like, you know, my variety days. It would have been a perfect, you know, game to have like for one of the days on a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Like Skylanders Saturday, Skylanders Sunday. I'll pick one of those days and then do shiny hunting the other, but I feel like, you know, shiny hunting is just way more important to me than anything else. And it needs more time too to be able to actually get anything out of it. But yeah, I want 100% the entire Skylanders series. I only have up to Swap Force, and I don't even have the Swap Force on the 3DS anymore. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I had it once upon a time, but then it went missing. So I'm like really bummed about that. But I'm able to do Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, Wii and 3DS, Giants on the Wii and 3DS, and PlayStation 3 if I even so decided, and Swap Force on PlayStation 3 and Wii as well, you know, if I wanted to do that. So there are 5 games for me to play. 2 for Spyro's Adventure, 2 for Giants, 1 Swap Force. It's not the greatest, you know, because it's only like 3 out of I think 6 games for Skylanders, like main games. And I'm missing one of the 3DS games, which I believe probably was only like the 3 that actually, you know, were games. So I don't know if they did a 3DS for Trap Team at all. I don't think they did. And if they did for Superchargers, it wasn't really a game. I really doubt it was anything. And they definitely did for Imaginators. The problem with Imaginators though is that I probably shouldn't have sold my PlayStation 4, because if I do Skylanders but like on Imaginators, you know, I don't have a portal to use. It just uses the NFC reader on the Switch itself, right? But the problem comes in with the fact that if I wanted to actually, you know, use all my Skylanders in the game or whatever, like, you don't keep your... It saves the data on the Skylander and copies it and just keeps it there in your thing, and then you're able to just like use your Joy-Cons in the menu to like choose your Skylander. But it's a bit of a buggy thing, I believe. I'm not really sure, you know. I feel like if I want to have like a complete collection one day, I don't know if I'd really be able to use the Switch version to be able to use everything in that version. So I don't know. I'm not really even worried about that at all, you know, anytime soon. But it is a little thought that I feel like is kind of important for me to, you know, think about, not just kind of shove under the rug in the back of my mind. Because when I do, you know, eventually be able to have the ability to just play those games from Skylanders that I never did because I got out of it, you know, and lost interest. I don't know. I will really be happy if I can actually, you know, do it properly in the best way possible. I don't want to play a version of the game that's like not definitive, you know? Like, for example, Sonic Unleashed. I have it on the PlayStation 3 because I broke up with my ex and mom never gave that back because screw her, man. She never even played the game anyways. But Sonic Unleashed on the PlayStation 3, I would rather play that than the version I had that I grew up with on the Wii. Because apparently that Empire City or whatever the hell it's called stage doesn't even exist in the Wii version, and that's why I never saw it. Like, there was a whole last stage to Sonic Unleashed I never even saw growing up because it wasn't on the Wii version. On the PlayStation 3 all the time ago, I would have known like that. Okay, I wasn't being Mandela effect or anything, you know, when I was watching YouTube videos of like Kabana Mani 456 or whoever the hell else back in the day. Like, it screwed my mind so much, but that's part of why I loved watching, you know, all the Sonic videos back then, was being able to see all the cool like mod stages and stuff that I didn't get to experience myself because I didn't have the ability to. I feel like Empire City or whatever the hell it's called in Sonic Unleashed kind of snuck in like probably more like one of those ones to make, you know, YouTube feel a little bit more exciting because of the difference there. Alright, up to 96 encounters. And unfortunately, actually wait, let's see the latest hunt. Or current hunt. What does it say? Yeah, we need to edit this. Let me do that. Edit current hunt. And what should I say, I guess? I guess maybe I guess I could just put Pikachu and Trico Dare together and then go for PMD. Red Rescue Team. Close that. Also, I'm gonna have to probably end the stream a little bit soon because my 3DS is gonna die. It's that red. Once it starts flashing, then I'll know. You know, the panic, but let's see. For the location, I'm gonna put NA. So what does it say now? Current hunt. Pico Pikachu, PMD Rescue Team, location NA, counters. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's better. Okay. So that's a useful little command that I don't get to use very often, editing my current shiny hunt. I did change it to Jirachi because I was going to do that, but then this event, you know, I remembered, oh, wait, it's this weekend, that's right. So I did forget to do that before I went live because of how chaotic the last couple of days have been. Especially the dog throwing up on me, so I couldn't even stream on Friday. But there we go. Trico and Pikachu are our current shiny hunts, even though we have, you know, all the other starters showing up in the PMD Red Rescue Team here. And we're gonna keep it like this for our current hunts, like in Red Rescue Team, like all of our future, not current, because there's all 386 Pokemon in this game that can be shiny, you know? Probably 387 if we're including the frickin' Munchlax. Jeez, I just read its name. Why couldn't I remember that? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of exciting. It would be really cool if you could get a shiny Munchlax, dude. That'd be a really, really cool one to find. But we're gonna be doing a lot of this. I feel like this might be part of like our weekly streams. You know, every weekend I might want to dedicate one of the days just to doing the mystery dungeon, Red Rescue Team Shining Hunting Patch here, because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, the only games I never got to finish 100%. You know, between the two of that and, you know, Explorers of Time / Darkness / Sky. I finished Explorers of Sky, but I lost all my data on my stupid DS cartridge of Blue Rescue Team because it was just such a sensitive little thing. Just placing my DS down on that wooden bench, you know, like getting some ice cream or whatever the hell back with my papa and grandma all the way back in the day when I was a little kid still. Just made the game stop working while I was at that cutscene with the Zatu, looking out over that sun, man. You know, seeing the future or some crap. And my data was gone. It deleted my save file data, everything. Gone. And it was like towards the end of the game, after I had like, I'm pretty sure, maybe even like done a couple of like the legendary bird boss fights in this game. Like, it crushed me so much I never played it again. I never played it again. I didn't trust it. I couldn't trust it. I don't have to worry about that with this because it's on my 3DS. This ain't gonna have no problems. The only problem is with the software setting, and that wasn't even a thing in the original game anyways because shinies didn't exist. So I don't have anything to complain about here, you know, even if it takes a little bit longer. You know, it took a couple hours to get to 100 encounters here. Oh man, it would have been nice if I got the shiny right there, man. But you know what? If I have to continue doing some shiny hunting like off stream, man, I guess so. I'll be okay with doing that, but I guess it's been also a little bit of an aversion to doing anything off stream because there's so much I want to do on stream and share with you guys, but I also really only play video games on stream. I don't play them off stream anymore because I don't feel like I have the time to, even though realistically I probably would. But then I think realistically, I have the time to do that. I have the time to live stream, so I'd rather do it then. And you know, it's not like that's burning me out of that at all. That's not even a concern in my mind. But I do feel like there's a lot of, you know, wasted time here, I guess. Blank space where it's hard to make these streams, shiny hunting, entertaining, you know, to keep the flow going of whatever conversations. I feel like I have to really put in like 110% brain power compared to just putting in 100%, you know, specifically while I'm doing these streams, shiny hunting in any game. But it's gonna be worse with the Pokemon Coliseum Bonus hunting Jirachi, let me tell you, because I'm gonna have to look back at the TV. But at least because I have the TV here, I'll actually be able to do it and still have Pokemon Sapphire with, you know, the Jirachi shiny checking it actually show up on the screen, you know, right here where the game is. You'll just see the Coliseum bonus disc right there, but it works, you know? It works so perfectly the way I sit right here, you know? Just seeing me at the side, and then the TV's right there, the other side. Everything I've done here is so perfect for being able to do, like, all the things I want to do. This is the perfect setup for me, but if you think this has taken a long time just to get this many encounters, remember, it took me 2 hours just to get 14 encounters for Jirachi. The last time we shiny hunted for that little red wishing star demon. Hey, first Charmander showed up here. Seriously, dude. Holy. That, honestly, does have me a little worried about how long that one's gonna take. That one might be a little bit more visually engaging because I actually have the TV on for once. But yikes, man. Just yikes. I couldn't imagine going like 2.5 hours only doing 14 encounters. Like if we were doing this, man. Like that would be just so slow. Here we go, Trico, and this is like the contest theme, right? I swear, doesn't it use like the same thing as the super contest for like making poffins? I feel like it does. I feel like it uses the same theme song for the super contest as that's for like making the poffins in that little mini game. I don't know why. Let's see. We got emotional mystery dungeon music here while we do an emotional reset because it's not shiny. Oh well. We will wait for this. Close that again. And reset the cycle. It's 3:35 already though. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, it's already 3 a.m. I mean, it feels like it wasn't even like 1 when I live streamed, but I guess it was. This has really been like a slow day start to the day, you know. These last 3 hours. Usually my start to the day usually is, you know, when I wake up, not just being awake into the new day. It's been a while since my sleep schedule's been this messed up, but that's okay. I don't have anything to really do tomorrow or the day after. But it's Victoria Day. It's Victoria Day weekend. So there's gonna be some fireworks and stuff. And it's gonna be nice. I think it's tomorrow on Monday that it's Victoria Day specifically. So it's very, very cool stuff. I don't know how Ruby feels about fireworks. I would imagine she'd probably be scared of it. Tess used to be. And most dogs kind of are. But I don't know. It'd be nice to see some fireworks, you know, taking her out for a walk. Because, I don't know. I haven't seen fireworks maybe like two-ish, 3-ish years now. And I do like the pretty colors exploding in the sky. Like, I am forever gonna be a kid at heart, you know. The way I love life, it is in everything that there is to offer. Nature, man-made, horrors beyond my comprehension. There's lots to love, and I really do want to just appreciate my life a lot more. Every day that I can do something special, see something that I wouldn't normally be able to, you know, I really do want to take these opportunities a lot more often. Because, geez, I mean, this so far has been a pretty awesome stream. I know it's been probably a little bit basic. That Behem is not a Behem, that's a chest bit. You know, I've had probably not the greatest commentary out of any of my streams. But even with this, just, you know, being so monotonous, repetitive, I don't know. I feel like this has been like another really awesome stream. I hope that later on, like, whenever we go live again today, Sunday, maybe we'll get the shiny Pokemon so we can actually get into the gameplay of this. Because that is what I am most excited for. But just knowing that this shiny patch, you know, exists, being able to possibly get a shiny Pokemon, like, as my starter Pokemon, you know, that is just such a goddamn sweet allure. I can't stop doing these resets no matter how long they take. I really wanna see this through. And it's not the only starter resets that we're going to be doing that are probably going to take a little long time like this, because I believe Pokemon Coliseum has, like, with the shiny unlock, right? I think it has the same problem, potentially, with resetting it. I don't know for certain. I think I'll probably have to just, like, hit the reset button on my Wii to do it. But the reset button combo, just like in this game, does not work. So I had to do it, like, technically the long way. For Coliseum would just be turning around and hitting the button. Not that hard as, you know, hitting the power button off, waiting for it to get to the screen, close the screen, open the screen again, probably have to close it again, and then reopen it, and then hit the game back on, and then turn it back on. Yeah, then you see all these screens. It does take a lot longer with this than it will for Coliseum. I have no doubts of that, but I want to actually shiny hunt Umbreon and Espeon, try to get myself a shiny starter from Pokemon Coliseum. I'll only be able to get one. I won't be able to do both, because in order to actually be able to do anything with them, I would have to finish the game, purify all the Pokemon, just to be able to trade it out. I know there's probably, like, ways you could unlock the trading early, you know, with other patches, but I'm not willing to do any more of that stuff, man. It was so difficult just to get all set up on the one, version of Coliseum, instead of having like 3 different versions of Coliseum that I had to use at the same time for whatever one thing I wanted to do, between shiny hunting or the bonus disc or the e-reader stuff. Like, it's nice to have it all just in one complete package. And I am not gonna risk screwing that up. No way, man. But yeah, that's gonna bring us up to 110 here. So, nope. And you know what? There we go. That's the last reset because my DS is now flashing red on me, gang. That's it. I have to put it on charge now. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Taking a little while to turn it off here. Keeps flashing and flashing and flashing, but I already turned it off. There we go. Jeez. Little bit of a lengthy wait there for that to turn off. So I'm just gonna, drop the cord there. Drop this cord over there too. Yeah, I'll have to find a cable here to charge this. But I think this is probably where we might end things off for the day, or about the morning for now on the game. Kind of looks like you see it right here. It's behind garbage here. There's all these water bottles kind of stacked right up on top of it. It's hard to move this, but too much. Then I'm gonna have all these bottles to kind of pick up. Is this it? No, this is for the Game Boy. I'm on the right track, I just don't got the right cord. Is this the right one? What the hell is it stuck on? Yep, it's the right one. There we go. Okay. A little bit lightheaded, honestly. Having some troubles with that. Like, I don't know if this is what I think it is, man. My mom thinks it is. This is gonna be fucking awful. But like the base of my skull, like right here, feels like it's been bulging, raw, like not even my neck, like above my neck here. So it's been like adding to my pain a lot. But I'm realizing that it's also probably what might have been causing my pain in the first place with my neck. So this specific issue would require like a CT scan or whatever the hell, MRI to see if I actually have it. But like the pain that is here, like oh my lord. The only relief that I've been able to get from it has been literally just dead hanging. Like, more, like all the way where my fingers are more than past, like touching my toes on the floor. Like, literally hanging like a dead person, like on his feet. Just to get, like, the nice rush and relief and all the tenseness here to go away. So I'm hoping I don't have to worry about, any extra health issues other than the shit that I already have, but it's been a lot of things, one after another lately on the gang, and Marta, God, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I'm hoping that, honestly, I'll be feeling a little bit better, a little less crappy tomorrow. I don't want to wait too long, into the night to live stream. I want to live stream maybe in the afternoon. So sometime around 3 to 6, a little bit of a wide ballpark there. And we're going to continue some more shiny hunting for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team Shiny Patch. It's honestly going to be so fun when we can actually finally play it, but even if it takes some time, it'll be okay. Because we're going to play through that entire game and it will be worth it. I will make it worth your time. So, with that being said, Omni Gang, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I had a really awesome time. And I don't know if Maple's here at all. Let's see. But, man, now that I know that she is a he, I really do want to show off him a lot more on stream, but yeah, it's kind of hard to at nighttime. So I want to stream during the day while his lights are on, not her lights. His lights are on, so you guys can get some good little corner toad camp action next time. So that being said, take care of yourselves as always, and as Attica would say, have yourselves a damn good one. I will catch you all later. Good night, on